Hello, YouTubers, stock Twitters. This is Bag It On, Stock Market, and we're back. We're back for the close. We were busy middle part of the day getting, what were we doing? We were getting our credit put spreads on. Were you? Were you scared? Think the market's going to crash and crash and crash. It's going to be the end of the world. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. It's a beautiful thing. Hello, YouTubers and stock Twitters. This is Bag It On, Stock Market Caddy. And we're back for some more. It's August 30th, Tuesday at about 3:10. We thought we'd show you the last hour of the day. Made a huge mistake, huge, but no problem. We're not perfect. Machine's not perfect. I'm not perfect. No such thing as a perfect trader. But earlier this morning, the machine had a beautiful short trade, and I thought I saw something, one of those, formations in clouds. I thought I saw the skeleton behind the door, so to speak. I thought I saw a little double bottom, and turned out not to be. And I took us out, and that trade went on to be up as much as $5,000. Oh my goodness. Not a problem though. Because we're here every day doing more or less the same thing. We don't get them all. Another way of saying that we don't get the very top, we don't get the very bottom, we don't get it all. We just got to get our share. We'd like to finish positive. We'd like to have a profit factor. And everybody knows what a profit factor is now, because we took time this morning to explain that. If you not familiar with that, you might want to go back and catch one of our live sessions. We try to explain that almost every time. But when we're making, hey, Tina, when we're making $3 for every dollar we lost or more, it's a beautiful thing. So we're going to let this one run. We got eyes on it. We got the machine on it. And the middle part of the day, though, was such a great opportunity. I hope you availed yourself of it. Do you see the S&P? Let me show everybody this. I know it's so hard to do, but when you've done it over and over, right? The S&P, when it was crashing, right? We were down here in panic, and the VIX was where it was up here. And it's so hard to do, but it's what you have to do. And that is, you go in and you buy, but you want to use ideally options, define your risk, and get in there and give yourself plenty of time. That's what Susan and I were doing. We were buying all kinds of things. Well, not buying, we were selling credit put spreads. We sold them on, let me share with you, we sold them on FedEx. Let me tell you exactly. We've got credit spreads on Apple. We've got credit spreads on Google. We have a credit spread short on Baidu from yesterday. That's up over 50%. We're holding on to that one. That one's looking really good. But we got these are bullish credit spreads on Apple, on Google, on Nvidia, on FedEx, on gold, and on Microsoft, and the S&P. Beautiful thing for about 35 to 40 days. Beautiful setup. Why did we do it? S&P here. Euphoria, and those individual stocks that we did, they were also in panic on a daily basis. And here we be. So we're going to sit tight on this. We're going to have a profitable day. Tina, we hope you had a profitable day. Anyone that's passing through, have any questions on what it is you're seeing, what it is we're doing, don't hesitate. And we met Crystal earlier today and Tim, and it's been a beautiful thing. And while the machine was doing its thing, I had other things I had to do. I had to go out front and pull weeds out of my flower beds. Sometimes it's good to do, you know, on a day like today, just let the machine do its thing, you know. Again, you know, we're not trying to get it all. I don't beat myself up on any given day, any given week. Just want to stay profitable and try to execute dispassionately. Have any questions? Let us know. See, when you have the S&P here and you have Euphoria here, there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of. The probability that we move back toward the mean, which is about 200 points up over the next 20 days, is about 95%. 95, particularly on the S&P. Yeah, we're probably gonna rally, folks. The other thing is that if you simply buy a call or sell a put, if you buy a call, your probability of profit is about 30%. But if you sell a credit put spread, you may not make as much money, but your probability of profit is about 65%. So when you start, playing the probabilities of, you get in the right position and you know exactly what you want to do. We've done this a whole bunch of times before. It's a beautiful thing. So yesterday, when we looked at Baidu as an example, everyone else is looking at a chart on Baidu. Baidu is trading at about $150 a share. And they were going into earnings. Ooh, scary stuff, right? So everyone's buying calls. Well, the expected move on Baidu is 9 points. And they're paying for that, right? They got to pay like 9 points. So Baidu's got to move 9 points for them just to break even. What do? No. We're in euphoria. And the options were very expensive. So we sold them a credit spread. Big fat one. We sold the 150, turned around and bought, we sold the 150 and we bought the 160, protect ourselves. And that credit, and then of course they come out, earnings, they gapped up a little bit, didn't do much of anything. The volatility of the option now gets sucked out and collapses. And Susan's options are up well over 50%, money in the bank, 30 something days left to them. We just sit on them. Beautiful. Yeah, Tina's just commenting on swing. Well, swing, we got a couple of things going on here, right? The 5-minute from 750 is still short. It's still short, but you can see it's ripping against the short. And the NQ, the short on the, and this had it was up 5 or 6 grand, all of that. But they're countering, they're covering their shorts, and you can see it 17 minutes ago. And at this time of the day, to drop to the 1 minute is probably a pretty good idea. So in 18 minutes, you're up 550, 21 minutes, you're up 700, 17 minutes, 200. if you want to trade that fast, you don't have to trade this fast, right? But we do. Um, we're not trading frequently, but um, we trade rather quickly, but we're fine here. We're shadowing this little strategy right now, and I've got control over it. I want to make sure that we at least finish with a profitable day. I'd love to see this trade run up to about $2,000 and bury that little loss, 784, walk away, $1,200 or $1,300, and all's good, right? At least try to make a point. Now, I know nobody is thinking this, but we're thinking that this market is going to squeeze in a really big way over the next couple of weeks. Yeah, probably right up until the middle part of September, right up until the Fed. We think this move down here, especially today, probably just exhausted itself, and we think we're coming back, and we'll probably rally. I think it appears to us that we're going to rally quite hard into Labor Day, into the summer rally. We'll see. Some of the trades that, again, we think are still very attractive here at the end of the day. We think a credit put spread on Apple down here, 157 to 50 or so over the next 40 days could be interesting. We think a credit put spread on NVIDIA could be interesting, a credit put spread on FedEx. These are the ones that we went after and got in secure. I think gold, I think a credit put spread on GLD down in here is pretty good. And we think the probability that we move back toward the mean is high, is in the 90%. And we think a credit put spread would be putting the probability of profit about 60 some odd percent on our side, and manage and define one's risk. Hey everyone, sorry about that. I was actually on the phone with a buddy. Um, and well, you start out small, I would set out whether or not person comes to us or not. It's plenty of folks, but I would learn how to trade before I would trade anything. It, it just um it just takes time, especially trading futures or options, especially options. Options are in our view much more difficult than what we're doing here. Although we're getting a little bit of a draw right now, so but let's just take a peek. Yeah, as we're selling down here a little bit, we may have to take a lump. What time is it? Yeah, 3:49. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't be able to try to take your messages here. So we're gonna carry this particular trade right into the close and into the evening. So we're prepared to take a little bit of a draw, and we're okay with that here. We're not suggesting anybody shadow us here. That's not the idea. The idea of why we do, I've been asked, like, why do you show all those YouTube videos? We don't do any advertising. So if somehow, some way you found us and passed through, we've been doing this for years, and we do a little spot view to show what's possible, right? What's possible. We're not trying to prove anything here. The members that we have, they're very mature people, mature traders, and you'll come to the realization that no one trade is going to make you rich. At least it shouldn't. No one trade is going to therefore break the bank. You're going to have to, as a successful trader, trading as a business, you're going to have to make trade after trade after trade. You're not going to win. It isn't, the win-loss ratio is irrelevant. The percentage return is irrelevant. Most of the people that are in here in these markets, so-called trading on their own, really don't even know how to keep score, and it's critically important. You need to be able to trade proportionately, responsibly. We're using leverage, but we're using it in a very responsible fashion. We do use options, right? So earlier today, we were, putting on our credit put spreads on a number of equities that will hold over the next 35 to 40 days. Or at least that's how far they went out. They went out about 40 some odd days. But we're gonna take the Nasdaq long into the evening session. So the public markets will close at 4. The futures will close at 4:15 for 15 minutes. Then they'll open from 4:30 to 5. Then they'll close at 5 and reopen at 6. And still, they'll be thin, but they'll still have enough liquidity. If we need or felt a need to get out, we could. Right? Liquidity has great value. We unfortunately earlier today we had a nice little profit. It was in and around the open. You can see it was right in here. It was this trade. Let me bring this into view. It was this trade right here, and we took ourselves out. It may have been actually in here, but I took it out. I thought I saw what I thought was setting up as a double bottom. It was around the open. I wanted to be a little bit cautious, and it turned out to be the big one all day. This trade from here to here paid out about $5,000. Right. So, and then we just had some, it was kind of a chop fest here the rest of the day, and I've had a little more phone calls than normal today, so I haven't been able to devote the time, but we'll stay with it. And we look at swing machine here. Let's just take a look. This is the 5-minute on the ES contract. Actually, yeah, she cycled in and out, so she went back short at 335. Yeah, the big trades from earlier this morning have already been cashed out. Yeah, the machine's already cashed them out. Swing machine is also seen up here. It's just one of about 70 proprietary algos, paint bars, um, studies, indicators. You might know them as indicators, show me studies, and in full blown strategies that we use to trade. We don't sell any of the individual programs. We provide them all, but we have an incremental. Our membership is incremental. We try to give everybody an opportunity to kind of come in gradually, see if it's for them, see, to go slow. I don't want anybody to join. We don't let anyone join at an annual, just join. We usually become a monthly member, go through what we call a Q school, and if you go forward, we credit you back some money. If you choose not to go, that's fine. It's kind of an opportunity for you to vet us, vet the tools, vet your own skill, and answer some questions that you have over a few weeks with having access to us every single day, and then getting all the same tools and the instruction on how to use them. More valuable than probably any individual tool is how to use it, right? Just like anything else, you go to Lowe's, just because you can buy a skill saw doesn't mean that you can take it from me, make a staircase or a miter cut. I tried to do that. That was a big joke about a month or so ago. I had to replace some flashing. I had some flashing I need to replace. How hard can that be? I'll go buy a miter saw, buy some wood, and make a miter cut, and tack it up there and call it a day. Well, I probably spent more money on wood than I did on the saw. It wasn't that easy making that damn miter cut. I finally had a neighbor's like, "The hell are you doing?" I'm like, I'm not really sure. He's like, "Jesus, Don, give me the thing." And made the cuts and just matched the two pieces of wood together. Just like everything else, there's an acquired skill to cutting wood. There's an acquired skill to doing surgery, to playing golf, to fly fishing, to quilting, to flying an airplane. Why anyone? I don't know why, but most people that come into trading, they think just because they have the money, just because the brokerages will give them an account, that they have the acquired skill to start buying and selling. Most find out pretty damn quick that there's a little bit more to it than that. And if you don't, what happens is, they start in on, buying Bitcoin for the long term, buying GameStop, but it's just a long-term gamble. And, those things don't usually work out very well. Now we're just minutes from the close, and let me just show you. Here's the S&P on a daily. You see, it's in the panic column. You do not short the market here. You do not sell here. You sell when it's over here. We buy here. And the VIX is pushing up in here. Now is not the time to buy insurance contracts or options, or to sell covered calls, or to short the market. The likelihood that this market, this one, the S&P, trading at 39.83, write these numbers down. It's trading at 39.84. The likelihood that we move back toward 41.60 over the next 20 days is about 95%, not 100. Please do not place a trade on this, right? Do not. I'm just a guy on the internet that you're listening to, but you do need to learn. But that is the likelihood. That is why earlier today, we were constructing option plays to take us this way. Everyone else is reacting. That's why most retail traders, they put the trade on and it's, oh crap, what have I done? They put the trade on and they lose money. They put the trade on, they lose money. They're always late. They're looking for confirmation. They're looking for everyone else to confirm. Why would you do that? You know, but they do. This market sell-off, in our view, is just about petered out. Near term. Now, I think longer term, will be still, these markets are still in trouble, but probably for the rest of this week, I would expect, today's only Tuesday, I would expect that we'll probably be, I wouldn't be surprised we're at 4150 by Friday. Entirely possible. So we'll see, write it down. But I think we'll be pushing, I think 4100 by Friday. I think the sell-off has run its course. I want to thank those that came by today on YouTube. You're more than welcome to visit the website and explore. You're more than, and there's the bell on my headphones. You're more than welcome to call anytime. You want to chat about who we are, who we are not, what we're about. We're not about handing out the fish, right? We're a mentoring site. We're about trying to help you find your game to play your game, right? It's more fun. Life is more interesting that way. You don't want somebody else. I wouldn't want somebody else playing my game. But we'll try to help you expedite your learning curve and provide you some tools to save you some time, some effort, and get you underway in a very responsible way. Not many people will spend 3+ weeks with you every single day. Every single day. We will work as harder than you during that time, and to try to help you get underway. But you're welcome to call. My phone number is 813-758-8263. And we're going to need to sign off now. Our computers will still be up, though. They stay up 24/7. And our members can still patch in, but they have, the annual members have all of this and then some on their desktop. So, and they're doing the exact same thing. And very likely, I'm sure that we had members that took that trade this morning and have that $5,000 or more in their pocket, which is a beautiful thing. It is not a zero-sum game. Their success does not hurt me. We're not in competition with each other. We're helping each other. We're going to wish everyone the best. Thanks again for stopping by. We appreciate the likes, the retweets. We don't always do these free spot views. We've been doing them during the summer months here a little bit more than normal. During the winter months, it'll be more private. Make sure we have your email address, because we will sometimes send it out to a private email if somebody wants to patch in and see what's going on. And monthly members get to spend get a one-day hall pass with us, and we connect. So if you join at a monthly membership, just that alone, I think would be you get a pretty good idea and a good education. But we connect with you in the morning, one morning, and give you an orientation, and then give you the rest of the day to kind of watch and see what everything's about. Have a great evening, everybody. And we'll see where this market is come Friday. I think it'll be much higher. For us, we're going to play at our machinery, though. So we're not forecasting, and we're not trading or betting basically on that. We're using our machinery. Good luck.